All right, we got another welding fabrication video for you. This one's cast aluminum, and here we go. All right, back to it though. We're knocking out these videos back to back. This is like my fourth one in a couple of days. Just can't edit them that fast, sadly. But here's our little thing. It's a boat anchor. I don't know what you want to call it. Something for a boat. Cast aluminum. It looks like it has some type of coating on it, maybe. Unless that's just, I don't know what that is. But definitely a lot of oxidation from salt water, as you could see all that pitting in there. Chris Winarski back again, welding fabrication repair video for you guys. Today is July 8th, 2025. We are about 90 degrees and sunny, hot Dunedin, Florida. As you can see here, weather forecast is sunny today. Here was our part like this. It was just this piece like this. It wasn't cracked right there yet. And it came out and said, can you weld this? And I said, I think if we try bevel on that and bevel on that, it's gonna, even if we put a good bevel on it, it still might break afterwards. I think it's better to chop it right there and make a new one out of flat bar. And I was just barely even tweaking this like that, and snap. Try breaking this. This is pretty strong. We offered to do this one, but we offered to just make a new one, and they're okay with that. Or the new piece like that. They don't want to do this side. They don't want to spend as much money. I guess they're selling the boat. But anyway, that's it. The theory is it's 1/2 inch, and I'm going to take a piece of 1/2 inch flat bar I got over there and trace it out and make a little template, and we'll have to put a little notch in like that, chop it, cut a piece out, and put it on. So if you'd like to follow along for that little journey, I'll take you along, and here we go. And stay tuned for this too. You might see this first though, but this is a V-Bore mag drill. My first product sponsor on that. Not this. That'll be a whole different video, but stay tuned for that. I'll grab a piece of cardboard and make a little template, and we'll go from there. All right, and we got it traced out right now, so that should be good. And that's it. So now I'm just gonna pick a spot right here to chop it off. And there's my flat bar. And here it is up here. I can't bring this to the edge the way it is, so I've got to trace it out kind of in the middle like that. So I'll bring it out to here, and we'll just cut that out right there. And maybe, well, the longer I do it, like if I do it right here instead of right there, it'll make it a little stronger. So we'll pick a spot somewhere right up there, probably happy middle. Same thing like that, and I'll just put a little trace around it. And there we go. We have it traced around. I took the square like that, kind of made it pretty good like that. Should be able to put a nice bevel on all that. Get a pretty meaty spot up there, and I think that'll work. So here we go. Fortunately, here's another time for another stand-up bandsaw, which we should get sometime one day, but not today, so I could do it with a regular portaband, I guess. Before I go cutting anything, I'm going to trace it, or I already traced it on the table. That way I have a nice little fit up when I go to put it back on. I have a nice little template to put it out right there, and it should be good. I'm not going to make you watch my cutting out. I'm just going to cut that on that line, and then I'm going to cut that piece out on portaband, and then I'll show you maybe for the drilling part, the milling part. Chris, you should mill out your spot before you cut it, right? Yes, indeed. That's a good idea. I just thought of that too. That way I have somewhere to clamp it to instead of that little part that might not be a straight cut. So I just clamp it there and shoom. Gerald's mill's over there is tied up, and this one is a mill drill. And this thing, this little nut thing kind of broke in there, so I can't loosen that to put our normal collet in there. No, you're not supposed to do that, but we're gonna do it for this little hole. It should be fine. Take it easy. Too much clutter. I had to move 3 stands that people just put it over here and all that stuff. I don't know why. Only need like one thing. But let's see if we could get you a little video. If this had to be important, I'd do it on the mill, but this should be fine. So with this mill, you can't plunge all the way through and then mill it all in one time. You have to go a little bit down go back and forth, go a little bit more back and forth, and just repeat the process. It's not rigid and powerful. All right, the end mill came out of chuck and slipped down there, so I went and got a new one, and this thing's cutting like a beast. I'm not no professional machinist, but this thing's not really the best thing to machine on, but that thing worked a lot better, that one. It's a used one. So anyway, we got it. The Anchor Lube worked pretty good. Not a sponsor, but there we go. All right, here it is, guys. I took off a lot of that stuff and a lot, like right where my weld area is going to be, kind of up top a little bit, and hopefully that'll be good enough. And we'll line it up like that, do it all right there, and hopefully that'll be good. I would like to get a little bit more up here. Maybe I could stick it in the sandblaster, and because my weld up top, it's going to hit that a little. All right, let's see how it fits over here and try cramping it down. That's pretty close. I might have to nip just a little bit off with that. I think that's close enough right there, guys. I had to trim, I grinded a little bit off right there, so that makes up for it. And I think we're good. Ready to start welding. Got nice big bevels right there. Good. So just putting a tack weld on each side right now. One on that side, then we'll get over to the next side, and then one on the top, one on the bottom. And I'm just going slow with it because it's cast aluminum. Likes to go a little slower, heat up that area, and it's pretty thick too, so we're just going slow, heating it up, letting that cleaning action doing its job, washing over it like that I did first. Let that cleaning action do its job, heat it up, and just take it slow and put a nice little tack on it. Clamp it back down and ready to start welding. All right, it seems to be tacking at least pretty good so far. So I tack one there on the bottom, and we'll flip it over and start putting some beads on it. All right, cast aluminum, I like to go slow, steady, and just do a couple washover passes first. Let that cleaning action do its work. So it's going to be a weld right here. Go back and forth a couple of times. Let that heat up a little bit because I didn't preheat it beforehand. Now I'll start just filling it in slowly. Then a little peening action after that first pass. And a little wire brush. And rinse and repeat for the next process. All right, we got top side done. Sorry, you're on the tripod. Let's see if I can. So not too shabby. I'm not gonna try getting back here because that's where those pits are. And once I started getting into there, then it started to pop and everything. So it's fine with that. Now flip it over, clamp it down, and start welding it. Hopefully I'll be able to get you a little closer shot. I don't really know. It's probably gonna be bright if I do that, but here we go. And what I do, I'll probably say it in like a voiceover, but I'll wash over that first pass, just lightly, barely even melting that, like not even making a puddle or anything, and just let that cleaning action clean all that metal and everything. And heat gives it a little preheat too. And then I'll do that, and then I'll go back and forth like once or twice like that. Then I'll slowly put heat in, and I go hot, not like super hot, but hot and slow. And then I gave it a little peening action afterwards, and that was it. So just want to go slow with it though. You don't want to rush it. Let that heat up, allow it to sink in and bond together. Same thing for the first pass on the backside, just washing over it left and right a
couple of times and just doing letting that clean action do its work. And now we're starting on the side. Make sure I get the side a little bit, dipping it and going slowly, adding some wire. I think I'm using 53, 56 wire too, if I didn't mention it. 3/32 wire, and just because it's salt water too, helps the corrosion. And just go slow and steady. Not much to it. It's welding pretty decently.
Hey, hopefully that's good. It didn't even, this was so dirty up here, I should have ground it down a little bit more, but I couldn't even, like, see that little line right there? It wouldn't even start to puddle. It was like a line. It's like, nope, you ain't coming anymore that way. So it's like a dam. But hopefully that's good. We'll see. Grind it down, and if it's good, if we need to put more weld on, we will. But hopefully we're good. Let that cool down for a little bit instead of, I don't want to put any water or anything on it, so we'll let this air cool down, maybe a little fan or something, just lightly blowing at it, help it cool down, and we'll be back. Here it is. I'm going to give it a quick little grind down. See this little arc mark? That was all that corrosion on there. Had it like that, and actually left a little mark on my table. Not cool. All right, guys, I think we are close enough right here. I'll bring it to that left end right there. This was all that chopped off or whatever that wasn't. It's not a big deal, but my inside's pretty good. And I think we're really close. I think that's called close enough right there. So what do you think? Let me know. I'm not the best, not the worst, but it should work. This time was actually milling that part down, which would have been easier to do it on the mill, but wasn't available right now, so that's it. What do you think? A little cast aluminum job. Yeah, if you were to have to go over to this more, you definitely want to grind that all down to bright, shiny metal. And all that, you can't even weld that pit. You'd have to grind all that out, burr it all out if you wanted to fill all that in. But that's a little cast aluminum project of the day. Know what you think. Chris Winarski. Oh, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Watch the ads, because I get paid for the ads. I should say this in the beginning of the video, not the end. But let me know what you think. Chris Winarski, over and out. And we'll just put it up against this too, which should be pretty close too. And I think that's pretty close right there. We have about an hour in this, plus all video, whatever, letting it cool down. So something around there. There we go.